Welcome to eCurve. My name is Laura Mbatha, and every Thursday we come here to catch up and, of course, talk about your favorite celebrities and, of course, topics that are trending on the internet. Of course, we always have a fantastic panel. Unfortunately, Mr. Paps, how does he call himself? The king of Paps is not around today, but he'll be back next week because he is out there trying to catch the biggest events just for you. But fear not, because I have a fantastic panel, and I'll talk with my personal favorite. She's back.
I'm back.
What's your issue?
Hello. I'm back, and I've never been so happy to be back on a stage with Laura. And of course, we're accompanied by this beautiful lady here who will introduce herself very shortly. Yes. I'm Isha. What's your issue if you know me? But you can catch me. I'm sweet, sassy, and let's see where this curve takes us today.
Absolutely. And our guest in studio looks good from head to toe. So if you're only seeing head and chest, you're missing out. You better show up on her socials to find out what else she has on. She looks fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Nairobi. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I feel like everyone has a punchline. You've given your punchline.
Yeah, what's your tagline?
I don't have any. Maybe I can just say Nairobi, but not Nairobi.
Because she's not part of these streets. She ain't part of it. She doesn't play those games.
So my name is Nairobi. I'm a content creator both on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Yeah, I think that's all.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yes, so we're getting into our first segment. That is the Tea Buzz. Stick around. We have some topics we'd like to discuss. So we have a very seasoned social media personality here with us who actually has inside information on the glitz and the glam that is showbiz.
Me?
Yes.
Wow.
Of course, Laura and I are just time wasters. You're the real social media
Actually,
expert.
it's so weird that people assume because we are social media influencers through content creators, we know a lot what's happening.
You do.
I really don't, but what I know is Akothee is trending for her wedding. And I think that's what everyone is talking about right now.
Listen, a 700K gown for me is a big deal. I need to talk about it because who's designing it? You only hear these numbers during the Met Gala.
I would not spend 700K even if it was the last dress on
earth.
Why?
You only have your wedding once. Okay,
and
I'll have mine twice, but once.
My children that are coming after, the house that I need to invest into, you have to think for the future. If I had millions and billions of shillings lying around at my utility, by all means, I'd buy that gown. But I personally, at marriage, I wouldn't feel like I'm ready to make such a big investment. Maybe when I'm like much older on my deathbed, I'll be like, okay, buy me that dress and I want to be in my dress as I
Actually, I feel like I would buy even more expensive. I feel like your wedding, you won't repeat it if you put in effort. You'll be like, when the marriage is about
for yourself.
When your marriage is falling apart, you'll be like, we really spent a lot, so I have to hold on to this and make it work. And also, I feel like Akothee right now is old enough to do all that. She has raised her kids. What else can she do with her money?
We don't say old, we say grown.
Grown, okay.
She's grown enough.
Yeah.
And she's in her bag. So why not? I mean, I personally wouldn't do it, but I get it.
But
if
I feel
you
like
can afford
because
it,
we're coming from this perspective.
Oh, yes.
If we were in her shoes, by all means, we would buy that.
So I don't feel like it's absolutely ridiculous or it's something that, oh my God, why is she spending so much money?
Yeah, actually, she said her wedding is 7 million budget. Yes. So you can imagine.
So my brother's getting married in December. So for me right now, weddings is all I hear, right? And for all of those people who are planning their weddings right now, I am so proud of you, number one. It is the hardest thing ever. From deciding the decor, the outfits, the DJ, the cocktail guy, the guy who's making the drinks at the bar, the people who are serving you, the people, where you host. It's so much. And it gets so frustrating. And honestly, if Akothee is able to buy a 700K gown and not have it be the biggest of her worries, we're nobody to say anything.
Absolutely. I completely agree. But aside from that, a lot else has been happening. And unfortunately, we had the Mukumu girls issue that happened in Kakamega, right? And 500 kids were sent back home and 2 passed away, according to media information, because of a food poisoning incident. We've been talking about high schools and how they're removing preps or they're removing all these things. due to water contamination, right?
Yeah.
So we've been talking over time. Like, I think the first episode we had was the removing preps and all these things. I think there are more pressing issues that people needed to address before they...
But I will tell you something, Laura. 500 students having food poisoning, and that even having fatalities in the mix as well. It's scary because these are the children of tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
When I got back from India, I had food poisoning, and without even like thinking about it, they tested me for cholera immediately, right? And our country is in a state of, I wouldn't say panic, but almost panic because of the situation that's going on right now. There is a cholera outbreak. We have to be careful with what we're eating, how we're going about it. And it's really sad to see that a whole school was affected, and had precautions been taken to assure their health, 500 people wouldn't be sick. Imagine when my mom, when I'm not well, right? She gets so upset because she's not able to handle me and her life. Think about the people who are handling those 500 kids. They're probably going through it, and the school is closed indefinitely until they know how to go forward with this, until people are cured, to make sure that people who are, people who are dying are taken care of, like their families are like assured that we're so sorry. There's always a process of reassurance that comes after that. But what do you think, Nairobi?
How was your high school experience?
Actually, mine was totally different from other high schools. We were so strict on hygiene. I went to Miriliki Girls. If you're from there, I think you relate to this. So I feel like when you know you have many people in one space, hygiene should be the first priority. And actually, when we were in high school, I remember boys saying how they just live anyhow, how dirty their school is. I feel like if they took measures early enough and took hygiene seriously, it wouldn't have gotten to this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, like, why do you think Miriliki didn't accept my class 8 letter? Like, I have these.
How did you perform?
I applied to that school. Listen.
Really?
Yeah, check yourself. Look at me now. Here in Nairobi, you thought we were going to leave each other too far?
This is a brown-skinned girl that nobody can touch.
But speaking of brown skin, there's a lot that's been happening. And first of all, on a lighter note, this just comes to show how every 2 people you meet, one of them is a DJ. But there has been a lot of stories involving DJs. And most recently was DJ Brownskin, who sent a video to the now deceased wife's friend of her taking her own life, and him sitting there recording and being very ice cold and insensitive to the situation. I have been in relationships that I can personally attest to being toxic, but it never gets to a point you're insensitive to human life.
Like, I feel like these days, so basically what you're saying has happened is she was taking her life, and he felt the need to take a video of it because he thought it was a joke, a toxic joke that she was playing. But at this point in time, are we so desensitized to someone taking their own life that we pull out our phone? The first thing we do is pull out our phone. Instead of addressing the issue as a human being and being like, hey, listen, you don't have to do this. Even if it was a joke, all he can do is... Even if somebody tried to take their life 20,000 times in front of my eyes, I will never get tired of reassuring that person that they're okay. And I guess that comes from a place of me being an empath, but I can't speak for anybody else.
Actually, I think before someone tries to even take poison, it means you had done something that triggered this 100%. Action. So him recording the video is so insensitive because he knew this person is not okay because I did this and this. Yeah. So I feel like actually people take mental health really lightly, casually, which is so I think right now the biggest number of people who are dying is the people who take their lives. I think we've been seeing suicides and all that, and it's because people just take it lightly. I think in Africa we are still yet to accept that that's an issue.
But I mean, what do we think? Like, it's so insensitive of him, and what do you think would happen to him?
Yeah, so people have been rallying for him to get arrested. Do you think this makes sense, or
100%.
will it help with that? But
I feel like he aided the death.
Yes,
but
right?
also
he didn't do it, but he aided.
Taking a video of somebody taking their life is technically being an accessory to the murder. Because in Kenya, suicide is still considered murder, right? It's not. If you have the power to stop suicide from happening, you have to do it. That's what our constitution says that. Whereas if there's certain people that don't have control, like if someone is on top of a building, there's no way you're going to that's why we have people who negotiate and interfere in these instances, because measures have to be taken. It's as simple as that. And he didn't do that.
And also to think that this is your husband who's there with you and not protecting you.
Yeah.
So sad. I can imagine how she was feeling at that very
And the
minute.
worst part is it's alleged that the children were there seeing all of this.
Oh, no.
So you can imagine what kind of imprint this leaves on the children. And like you said, it just didn't start that day.
Yeah.
There's something that led to all of this.
But I think one thing we can learn from this is never be too desensitized to such a sensitive topic.
Yes.
And never let somebody take poison in front of you. Now, speaking of poisonous, we have a story about Trump. Guys, do you know what happened with Trump the other day? I'm going to tell you. He just pleaded guilty to, if I'm not wrong, a few or more cases. He pleaded guilty for, I'd say, 34 felony counts.
Wow.
This is Donald Trump we're talking about. We know he's not guilty. Well, sorry, don't cancel me for this. But I know he's guilty, not guilty. He pleaded not guilty. That means he went to court, he altered his business documents, and he was basically doing the Kenyan way for his lawsuit. But when it comes to Trump, he's using these incidences for his re-election.
Yeah, actually I've had a lot of
re-election. He's saying, this country wants to see me fail, and I'm pleading not guilty. It's all the more reason why you should elect me as your president again.
Yeah, actually I think I was reading something online and people were saying the reason they didn't even take his mugshot is because he used it for the election.
For his campaign.
To get
it's a free mugshot.
His banner.
Free mugshots.
I love it. And if you did know, Isha is an Indian spy working for the Indian embassy.
Don't say that out loud.
She's been gathering information on all this. That's why.
And let me tell you something. I actually do have intel, but this is something that was available. This was something that was available online for me. I Googled this, and I've done a lot of reading about Donald Trump. And I think he's not... I have family who have voted for Trump, okay, who live in America. I get the whole that Obamacare thing, whereby Obamacare was a process whereby you would not pay, you would pay taxes for somebody else who is not earning as much as you. That was the whole concept of Obamacare. So Trump coming in eliminates Obamacare, which is a lot of rich people wanted to do that. So when it comes to this instance, I get Trump's perspective, but I think he's a horrible person.
Yeah.
Right? And when it comes to horrible people, I just don't want to give them the time of day.
Yeah. And unfortunately, we have to be those horrible people at this point in time. We're taking a short break. I guarantee you, very short, but we'll be right back.
Zaidi ya milioni 290, bonyeza star 790 hash au tembelea sportpesa.com. Cheza kupitia SMS ni sare.
Endelea SportPesa.
Stubborn dark marks? Stop. Discover the power of vitamin C with the new Garnier Even and Matte Booster Serum, a highly concentrated serum that deeply penetrates, clinically proven to reduce dark marks by 43%. Get even glowing skin from day 6. New Garnier Even and Matte Vitamin C Booster Serum by Garnier. Naturally.
Japo tuna tofauti,
kila moja wetu ana sauti. Tuinuane,
ushirikiano wetu.
tuinuane,
Na ukaribu wetu.
tuinuane, tuinuane,
Work, work, work. Work's over. Busy biters, get down to snack business. When snacking is under attack, we'll be there to fight back.
Ready? Wow. Mia, can you send me that? Sure.
Mia, can you send me that?
Mia, can you send me that?
Will you send me that? Not you, Mia.
Hey, can you send me that? Sure.
Oof, Dave. You've been waiting for 2 hours now. This line is not going down. Let's speed things up. See that barrier? Tiptoe, tiptoe. Go, go, go. Yes.
Ding bang ding. Ding ding bang. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Bang bang.
Huchagui familia yako, ni zawadi ya Mungu kwako kama ulivyozawadi kwao. Iwapo unakohoa, unahisi uchungu kwenye kifua, uchovu kila wakati, joto jingi mwilini, unakosa hamu ya kula au kupoteza uzito haraka bila kukusudia na kutokwa na jasho jingi usiku, waweza kuwa waugua TB. Nenda hospitalini ukapimwe. Ikibainika ya kwamba ni TB, utapewa dawa, na ukimeza vizuri ulivyoshauriwa na daktari, utapona. TB yaweza kuangamiza jamii yako. Usikubali. Matibabu ni bila malipo katika hospitali zote za serikali.
Choose boldness. Celebrate the skin you're in and dress with confidence with Nivea Nourishing Cocoa Body Lotion. The triple-layered care of deep moisture serum, precious cocoa butter, and vitamin E enriches your skin for 48 hours. Choose to wear your skin with pride with Nivea.
Work, work, work. Work's over. Busy biters, get down to snack business. When snacking is under attack, we'll be there to fight back.
Drought can be very dehumanizing. It breeds poverty. And there's no dignity in poverty. So as we fight drought, we are also bringing dignity to these communities. We need to really continue pulling together.
And we are back to E-Curve. You're with me, Isha, as well as my lovely darling Laura, as well as the beautiful Nairobi. And we're here on E-Curve talking about all things entertainment. And what is entertainment without events? Right, Laura?
Absolutely.
And as far as events have been going on, we found out that there was the Kalasha Film Awards going on, and I know there were so many people who won Best Actress, Supporting Lead, da-da-da-da-da. Laura, if you were supposed to win an award in my life, it would be for Best Supporting Co-Star. Sorry, I wouldn't say Co-Star. We are main characters in our own life, but there were so many main characters at this event, so let's have a look at what went down.
My name is Joshua Nigel Masinde. I'm in Alliance High School, and this is my first time to be in Kalasha Film Festival. My vision, since I've been young, is to handle or to get my hands on a 5D camera.
I want to get to know how this Kalasha is going to
bring up all those various film markets together, how they're going to be able to cooperate to make this industry renowned, or rather fully developed.
My name is Edwin Wanyonyi. I'm a Director in charge of Partnership and Enterprise at Kenya Wildlife Service. We are here at the Kalasha film and TV session. Today, Kenya Wildlife Service is exhibiting, and we are exhibiting what we have in our national parks as one of the destinations that you can actually be able to do filming. We work closely with the Kenya Film Corporation because we understand that as the gateway for Kenya, once they have been agreed on by the Kenya Film, then when they come to Kenya Wildlife Service, it's a straight go. Just to understand which area they are going to be, ensuring that the security of the filmmakers and producers is taken care of, and the places they want to visit. Remember, some of the places they would like to shoot are very pristine, and we want to ensure that also our wildlife is not significantly affected as they continue with this production.
In the Department of Trade, Tourism and Cooperative Development from Nyeri County. Today we are here to represent the county. Our county is very famous of the heroes and heroines. That is where the Daddy Kimathi comes from. The founder of Scouts, Baden Poel, comes from Nyeri. And also in Nyeri, we have the best coffee.
My name is Alexander Nyangiti, and this is definitely ECAV.
All right, that was the Kalasha International Film and TV Market event. It took place on the 29th to the 31st of March. And I feel like it came at the perfect time. It came at a time where I feel like Kenya is really growing as far as TV and film is concerned. We obviously have the Real Housewives of Nairobi that just came about, and I am obsessed. I feel like only in recent episodes is where now I'm like on the edge of my seat. But anyways, Housewives aside, the TV and film, I know Laura was about to get into it, but Housewives aside, the TV and film market has gotten so dense right now. And as one of the students said, it's creating so much opportunity in our country for somebody who has talent, who has that ability to really bring in that traction for film and TV. What do you think?
I'm actually so happy about it because I remember some time back, it only used to be Nigerian movies, South African movies, at
Nollywood.
Most. Yeah, you would never hear Kenyan movies out there.
Or Indian films being dubbed in English.
Don't bring India. Oh yeah, actually, the DJ, is it DJ what? Afro or something, yeah.
DJ Fish.
Yeah, so I feel like it's a good thing when you go on Netflix and actually your recommended top 10 movies and you find a Kenyan movie there. I'm just like, you're
100%.
doing it. Yeah,
I think there was Subira. And then right now there's a new movie that has come out that's from Kenya. I forgot the name, but it popped up in my recommendations. But Laura, what do you think about
I think it's absolutely fantastic because that means I can transition my career into acting. So be prepared to see this face. I'll be in your face anytime. See, this is the thing about me that you can transition into anything. But I absolutely love how much attention we're putting into. You Kenyans complained there's not good enough quality content. So there you go.
I think this will also motivate Kenyans to push content in the industry. It's going to help people up their game as far as content is concerned. And it's definitely going to make people be like, damn, if this is the standard of content that I should be putting out there, then by all means I'm going to do it. It's definitely going to up the game in Kenya. The stakes are higher than ever right now, I feel, but they can get better.
And actually I also feel like the actors now have a better platform to even showcase what they have. They'll now get opportunities to even go and act in Hollywood and all that.
Oh yes.
A while ago, I think no one would even pay attention to us, but right now, I think they're getting it.
But people are the creme de la creme, and that was the Kalasha Film Fest, and I think it was great to see all these different sponsors. Netflix was one of the sponsors. Shout out to Kenyan Netflix for hooking that up. And there was more in events this past week. We had blankets and wine. If you know, you know. Let's check it out.
Performance ilikuwa mzuri, hata watu wamefurahi, hata sio wenyewe tumefurahi. Sound imekuwa mzuri, ma sound engineer ni wazuri, equipment yenyewe ni mzuri pia, cloud ni mzuri, wametukubali, appreciate. Ndio nimeona vijana wanapenda nyimbo zetu na bado wataendelea kutupenda, sababu wao pia wakikuwa na watoto wao pia wataendelea kutupenda na wajukuu. Ndio tumeshatunga nyimbo mpya, title Rafiki Yangu na nyingine inaitwa Maendeleo. Yes,
event imekuwa sawa, tumeshukuru sana and nafikiri tutaenda mbali nao pia, wakitualika tena we are ready.
Mtu yote akitualika tuko tayari, hata tuko tayari kufanya korabo na any artist mwenye atapenda kufanya korabo na wazee. Les Wanyika, retirement ya music huwa ni kifo. Sasa tumerudi, kwa hivyo retirement yetu sasa huwa Mungu akituita sasa.
That was the event that was shockingly better than Shoke. It was Blankets and Wine. Let me tell you guys something about Blankets and Wine. They bring the energy, they bring the vibes. It's such a natural and raw Kenyan event. I've never seen an event that is so naturally Kenyan. Like if you go there, that is the Kenyan experience. You start from daytime and you finish the next day. That is purely a Kenyan experience. Blankets and Wine has been there for ages. And Laura, as you said, it's been on a hiatus for a while now. And it's good to see that they're finally back, you know.
Yes.
And I have a bit of a story time when it comes to Blankets and Wine. So when I was younger, I actually tried to convince my parents that Blankets and Wine was like a picnic thing. Which it actually was.
It used to be.
But then my mom was like, why are you going for a picnic to Gongre's course? I was like, because the scenery is nice. And she was like, stop, I know what you're trying to do. And then I just left it there. I knew if I was about to talk a bit more, I would have gotten the... But anyways, Blankets and Wine, great event. What do you think, Laura?
It has been a great event. I didn't manage to go for this one, but I've been to the ones that were there before. And I've always had a good time. Muthoni Drama Queen does a fantastic, you know, show when it comes, a fantastic event when it comes to organization, security, amenities. I think it's absolutely fantastic what she does. And Nairobi has never been to a single Blankets and Wine. That should be on your bucket list.
Up to like 10 minutes ago, I still thought it's blankets. And like you're chilling,
like a picnic.
Wine, blanket.
There's everything but wine, actually. Surprisingly. I'm kidding. There's wine.
It's a Kenyan event.
There's wine, but it's in a box. But it's a Kenyan event. It's fully, it's like Koroga Fest, but like its sister. Koroga Fest, younger, ugly sister.
I'm kidding. about to start drama.
I'm kidding.
Because you all know what happened.
I can't say anything more. Let's not divulge more. But as far as events are concerned, there are so many events in Nairobi that are taking place. We have an Easter event coming up. This Sunday, there is Gondwana happening, which I will be there. I'm covering the event as far as like my own personal media is concerned. And you'll be seeing it maybe on KTN Home
really want to go.
There is also an Easter festive event happening at Moran Lounge, Nanyuki. So for all those people who are sitting on the outskirts of Kenya, you have an event.
Actually, not really. I feel like the outskirts events, it's Nairobians who go there. You'll find a lot of traffic.
Like Nairobians, what's your problem? Are you guys depressed?
Stay in your lane, Nairobians. Stay in your lane.
And the clubs will still be full here, but they'll be still there. Like, listen, you got to leave something for somebody.
And there's so many people who are actually texting in right now saying, thank you for the event information. You know what? You're welcome. We're always there for you, Brian. I see you. Shout out to you, Brian. Thank you so much, Lucy, for all the love. Laura, she says you look good, and the necklace is doing it for you.
I'm a gangster's wife.
Someone is saying, welcome Nairobi to the eCurve team. So
thank you so much.
Go.
Thank you.
And there's so many events coming up. If I were to list all of them, we wouldn't have enough time.
Yeah.
But there's plenty more this weekend. I'm sure you can find a plan anywhere in Nairobi. There's NSK. There is the usual Milan suspects. I see you. I saw you on Saturday. And Saturday,
it is an event because if you leave there with your life,
I don't think I'm visiting Milan anytime soon.
Gemini.
Not Gemini. Okay, I love Gemini. I'm kidding.
You love Milan more.
Can we stop giving them free promo?
I love all clubs, and I say this for legal reasons only. I love all clubs and all events. Laura, but then what do you think about events, Laura? Where are you going to be this weekend?
Let me tell you, that horoscope club needs to do something about ventilation. Listen, guys, we're taking a short break, but we'll be right back. Stick around.
Nivea Pearl and Beauty Deodorant. The perfect balance of 48-hour protection and care for soft, smooth, and beautiful underarms. Try our new Pearl and Beauty Black Pearl for smooth and perfumed underarms.
It's a top. Bei zinapanda, vikapu vinapungua. Sasa tutadu. This season, hatuchezi chini. We're going big. Kubwa kabisa. Ni Naivas Kikapu Kibonge. Pick up key extra offers. Choose from a kibunda of products. Get kibigi discounts. Kwa hivyo, you can beba more of your favorite fresh foods and household products. Plus even more when you redeem your Naivas reward points.
For those months of 35 days, where?
And to avoid the biggest problems, really happy. So you might need that big mfuko. Whatever the big day of the season, you can now shop big.
Kila kitu ni balance.
Naivas Kikapu Kibonge, the biggest season saving countrywide. Naivas saves you money.
Making a difference.
We did not have water. Hatukuwa able to sterilize equipment. Many students didn't get the chance to interact with the computers.
It takes a single idea, a single decision to do better, to be better. But what does it take to make a change? At Safaricom Foundation, we believe it takes passion, love, dedication, and Kenyans to build a better future. We partner with communities across all 47 counties by advancing education, by enhancing healthcare, by supporting economic opportunities. We partner with people through the values we share, the people who inspire us, and the lives we continue to touch. Because when we unite, there's nothing we can't do.
We asked Kenyan women to tell us what they look for in a lotion.
Leo tunaweka kwenye jaribio body lotion ya bei ghali na ya bei nafuu. Why pay more? Nunua Nice and Lovely body lotion. Ni bora zaidi kwa bei nafuu. Inai-transform dry skin kuwa deeply nourished na kui-smoothen. It's just nicer and lovelier. Chagua Kenya's #1 body lotion.
Easter, burudika na Star Times. Enjoy amazing Easter offers on our decoders at our business halls. DTT paid decoder reduced from 1,499 to 1,200 shillings. DTT FTA decoder reduced from 2,699 to 2,299 shillings. DTH decoder reduced from 1,499 to 1,300 shillings, inclusive of 1 month classic subscription. Offer runs from 27th March until 10th of April 2023. Star Times. Enjoy digital life.
Nivea Pearl and Beauty Deodorant. The perfect balance of 48-hour protection and care for soft, smooth, and beautiful underarms. Try our new Pearl and Beauty Black Pearl for smooth and perfumed underarms.
Nairobi has come here to serve, as it should be. I've been
to
serve.
Yes. Serving looks.
And the tea.
She's serving makeup. And
the looks,
she's serving tea.
And the glam. Listen, head to toe, she's looking fine AF. Representing for all the fine girls. Pretty ladies in Nairobi. Let me hear you say yeah. I love it. With the same energy. But we have Nairobi here with us, and we are getting into Spill my tea.
I'm spilling my own tea.
Yes.
Yeah, you are spilling your own tea. So, before we begin, tell us a little bit about yourself, your roots. Let's get deep and
origin.
dirty. Tell us your origins. Yeah.
Okay. Do I go like?
Please don't start with primary school. We don't care about that version of you. We need to know when.
You're just reminding her that she wasn't accepted to your school. Let's fast forward after that, but just tell us about yourself.
I think what I can say about myself as an adult, I started content creation in 2020 when COVID hit. I used to watch a lot of YouTubers, and I'll be like, oh my God, can you imagine just living your life and you're making money out of it and you get to be loved out there? Like, because I used to say when I grew up I want to be a journalist, and I didn't get that job. So I was like, wow, this is like being a journalist but in your own show. So when COVID hit, I was watching YouTube back to back, and I decided, you know what, I can do it too.
Yeah.
So I was a nobody on Instagram too. So I was just there, hey guys, here in Nairobi.
She was one of us.
I used to dance. Yeah.
She was one of us, Laura.
I used to dance actually for people to see if they like me more. Oh, no faking. But anyway, as time went, I think I just found my audience, and I got into the content creation world, and now I'm a full-time content creator. What else am I supposed to say? I'm 25 years old.
No, they don't need to know that.
You don't have to say your age.
After I broke up with my ex-husband, so yeah, that's me.
Husband? You were married?
Yeah, I was married.
How was that?
How was that? What?
How's marriage like?
Bittersweet, I think.
Okay.
So it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. I feel like when you find the right person, you'll definitely.
When you know the right though. Why am I single?
When you know, you know. You land up. I don't. You know, this is what I hate though. People always make marriage the end goal of life.
Yeah.
And I hate that. Why is it as a woman you always ask, so how old are you? When are you getting married? But a man will be like, so how many businesses do you own? Like ask me how many businesses are. 0 right now, but eventually I'll get there.
Definitely.
You know, like there's always this certain like clock. TikTok,
especially
you know, get married, have
so
kids, because your biological timer is like about to, you know, clock off.
Yeah.
But what have you experienced?
Actually, even at my age, you know, I got married at a very young age. And the fact that I was young, people didn't see that. People see the fact that, oh, you're married. So the next thing is, when are you having kids in Nairobi? And I'm like,
so common wherever you are. I'm expecting a baby. A baby.
Yeah.
But I think in this day and age, it's so easy to put aside your work and your life.
Oh, yes.
But I know you've had instances where your life has come into your work. So why don't you tell us how you've like managed to cope with having your personal life out there for the world to see?
And everyone dishing out opinions.
Yeah, that's actually what I wanted to talk about. I feel like it's a good thing, the fact that you get to meet all these people online that you've never seen one-on-one, and they show you a lot of love, and you make money out of the love. But also the fact that now, because you're out there, everyone has a right to their own opinion. Is so sad, because sometimes you're battling a lot of things, but they won't care about what you're battling. What they will care about is what they want to say to you. They won't care. I feel like that's a very bad thing. But I love my job. I love my job so much. But I wish people would know how it impacts us. It's so bad, by the way. Yeah.
I think every career has its own like downfalls and you know, upcomings. But as far as downfalls are concerned, what is your biggest downfall you've experienced in your whole career?
Wow.
A personal one, not from someone
like,
else.
this is just now like us talking, us kicking as girls. Like, tell us what your like biggest downfall was as a woman, as an individual.
Actually, I feel like not being recognized. You put a lot of effort to your work, but then because you don't know so-and-so, you don't get opportunities to work with brands and all that. Actually, me, before I even, just like a year ago, I would only work with international brands because I don't know anybody in Kenya. But I feel like maybe it's improving, or maybe I'm getting to know people, but that's a very, it used to bring me down because I'm putting the effort, but it's like nobody's seeing.
Personally, if I post a video, like let's say I've taken my time to create content on TikTok, or even take a nice picture on Instagram, and I see it not getting the reaction that I think it deserves. Like every video I post, I'm like, you deserve to go viral. You deserve to have like 150k views and 100k likes. But you know, when I don't see that reaction, I get taken a step back. So does that like, because you're always, rolling out content at such a high speed, how are you able to recover from all of those downfalls? Like, let's say you post 10 videos and out of 10, let's say 3 make it viral and the other 7 don't. So how do you look at it?
Actually, when I was starting my content creation job, it used to be so bad for me because I would be like, what? I edited like a pro. Why isn't it doing? I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do. But I think after time, I learned that when you do content, you don't expect everything to go out.
Yeah.
So like, even when I'm shooting my videos, do you know I can post a video and be like, this one won't perform, and I'm done with it, and I move on to the next.
Yeah.
Like right now, I can predict the performance.
So you're desensitized to that.
Yeah,
thing.
I'm totally.
Laura,
okay.
what about you? Like, I've always wanted to ask you, like, how are you? I know you recently got into TikTok, like a bit more seriously. How are you like dealing with that whole thing?
Me, I'm like, I have a job, so I don't care about this. I don't care if you guys watch or don't respond, but it's disheartening, like when you actually think this has value, this means something to me, and people don't feel the same way about it, you do feel a bit down. But for me, the end goal is not, it is always important to make money, but for everything I do, it's a personal, milestone for me, because I wasn't confident. I was on TV for 4 years before I decided my voice sounds okay for me to listen to.
Wow.
So I'm actually listening to my voice and I'm saying, see, I don't know if this will go anywhere, but it's going inside me and it feels good.
Yeah.
So for me, that's very important. I don't know about the money. Haven't started making it yet, so I can start saying, I can't pay my bills or this and that. But so far, it feels good to hear my own voice with things that I care about.
I think money is a huge factor when it comes to these things. Like when you do something and you're getting gratified with money, it's like a different, because we're in a hustle age.
Yeah.
So when we're hustling and we're on this like rapid fire go of like, life is on go mode. When you're getting money for that, you feel a bit better about your situation. But just to wrap this whole interview segment up, tell us one thing that you would tell your younger self.
You don't need to be a journalist. You can be your own show.
Now listen here. I didn't go to Meriliki, but you need to be a journalist. I need to know in heart. I need to know in heart. No, I'm joking. But
Yes. I feel like what I will tell my younger self is, you can actually do it if you just make the first step.
100%.
Because I just made a simple step that changed my whole life. So yeah,
so that's the advice you would
give. If an
idea
idea comes to your head, just do it, try it. It doesn't hurt.
To all the little girls out there who are planning to go into content creation, this is your time and this is your sign to make the first move, just as Nairobi did. Now, speaking of first moves, you're about to make some quick moves right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm putting you in the hot seat, and I'm going to ask you and Laura to get into our game of today. It is rapid fire time.
Okay.
It is rapid fire time, and we are with Nairobi and Laura, and I'm putting them on the hot seat today. I haven't been around for a while, so it's time for me to take my revenge and, give back to where I've come from. So let me ask you some rapid fire questions. All you have to do is answer the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
What was your first job?
Salesperson.
Okay. What is your favorite month of the year?
May.
Why?
Someone in love was born on that month.
Oh. Yeah. What is your favorite season?
Spring. We don't have seasons in Kenya.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. What's your favorite animal?
Giraffe.
Your favorite color?
White.
Your favorite food? What?
Yeah,
your favorite food? Pasta. Your favorite word?
Gosh.
Gosh.
Oh,
gosh. That's such a posh word, gosh.
Yeah.
What is a word you hate hearing?
No.
It's so weird. Mama bear.
Mama bear?
Yeah.
Why?
Story.
It just gives you an instant ick. Yeah. Laura, we're moving on to you.
Yes.
What word do you have a hard time pronouncing?
Will you be able to pronounce it?
That's a problem. I can't.
Try.
I don't even know it yet.
I know you're telling me Mitsubishi.
Schedule? Is it schedule or schedule?
Schedule.
I think it's schedule.
I say schedule.
I say schedule.
Yes. Okay. Who is your hero?
My hero is me. Man, I've saved myself from so many bad situations. Girl, stop it.
Secure that bag for yourself.
Yes.
Who do you text the most? I'm trying to expose Laura right now.
My best friend.
Your best friend.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your favorite body part?
Legs.
Whoa, serving legs today too.
Both of you, what is your favorite dessert?
Cake.
Ice cream and cake.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ice cream, cake.
Put your hands together, my friends. Ice cream and cake is my favorite dessert.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Name. Okay, what is your favorite type of weather?
Rain.
Same.
Right?
Mine is fake sun. You know when there's like sun, but it's not hot,
yes.
but it's cold and it's good enough to keep you going through the day.
Fake
but
sun,
it's like
spring.
energy.
Spring.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Who is your best friend, Laura?
Jennifer.
Who is your best friend?
Shanara.
Okay, I don't have a best friend. I'm kidding. You know yourself. I can't name you because there's
You
like
have
5
several.
of you.
You're lying to them right now.
I'm kidding. What is what do you collect? Do you have any weird collections?
No.
No.
I collect coins to spend them, but I go to people's houses and I steal coins.
Oh wow.
I don't steal notes.
Are you a
I steal
klepto?
only
I'm
coins.
kidding. That's a strong word.
Like if I
just
find,
used.
I remember a co-worker gave me a lift recently and I really wanted to take coins from his
Wow.
car, but I don't know him like that.
Yeah.
But next time I definitely will. I
grab
take
a
The
coins.
question is, did it start as a kid because it turned out as theft?
Yes, I love taking coins. I
When I
love
was a
coins.
kid, I went to this shop with my mom and dad, and they had like a bunch of nail polishes. And I was in like this position where I saw this really nice black nail polish, and I really wanted it, and I knew my mom and dad wouldn't, so I just took it.
Whoa.
Have you ever had an experience where you've like stolen something?
I think a perfume.
Ooh,
When?
It's high level here.
Boyfriend's house.
Wait, your boyfriend's house you stole perfume?
I love scents. Actually, I think now I can say collect house scents, not perfumes.
Okay.
I love just seeing them there,
Yeah.
like telling people, you know what, if I spray this in my house, you know. So I think I've ever taken a perfume. If you're saying this, I'm sorry. If I've ever dated you and you felt like you lost your perfume, I'm sorry.
Now you know who's been picking your perfume. It's definitely her.
Yes.
But you know what? We've picked your mind enough today, and it's time for you to let us know where we can find you.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram at Nairobi, also on YouTube at Nairobi Official, and TikTok Nairobi Hub. So
You mentioned, sorry, TikTok?
Nairobi Hub, yeah. Okay.
Nairobi Hub. You mentioned someone who's your best friend, Shonara, and I've noticed this with a lot of content creators, right? Do you gravitate towards each other and your struggles just make you friends, or the challenges you face make you even closer? Or was this a childhood thing?
No, it wasn't a childhood thing. I feel like when you have a friend who's in content creation, it's so easy for you to just be friends.
Oh, that's why me and Isha don't work.
Laura, I'm your best friend and you know it. At least here. At least here I'm your best friend.
So I feel like when you have had a friend who's not into content creation, and you'll find that when you tell them to take photos of you, they're like, aren't you enough? But when I'm with Sean knows I need like 500 of them, then it's her time.
It's
so
like
life
poles
is
attract.
easier. Yeah.
I absolutely get that. What's your parting shot for people who watched you, people who judged you, obviously, and people who are looking forward to get to know you?
I love all of them, honestly. I don't hate even the people who judged me wrongly, because maybe they just believed what they saw online, and it's okay. They maybe felt like they need to air it. So I love all of you. Keep watching me and make me grow and make me rich. I think that's all I can say.
Make her rich and make us rich with your presence.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say. We had an amazing time having you here
Always.
today.
Thank you so much.
You are such a good energy. And guys, she is so beautiful. Like her under eyes are so soft. I'm so sorry. That's a weird thing to notice. But you have the softest under eyes I've ever seen.
Wow.
Apart from that, you are such a good presence here with us. Thank you so much for joining us. Once again, tell our viewers where they can find you.
Thank you so much, first of all. You can find me on Instagram at Nairobi, and FEY, like Nairobi, Nairobi. On YouTube, Nairobi Official, and TikTok, Nairobi Hub. Yeah.
Well, me and Laura are here every week, so you can find us here again. That's about it.
And you can catch us about town.
Yeah.
You know, thing.
And that was Ika.
Ika.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.